Hey guys, I'm in my basement because it's cold down here. I like it. It's like 94 degrees outside today, which is terrible. And I have a barbecue to go to later on today with my friends, which is going to be stifling. Fun times. Anyway, there's a cat. Anywho, congratulations to Spencer for graduating. That's awesome. And congratulations to Katie on reaching 100 subscribers, which I believe was yesterday. Yes, it was. We had a pants-off dance-off party on Skype, and now all of our viewers that aren't us think we're weird. You're welcome, guys. So, I'm not going to talk about alcohol as well because I don't feel like it, because there's not much else I can add to that conversation. However, I do want to talk a little bit about moderation because I feel like that's one of those values that we just don't have as a society anymore, where we really don't value moderation. We always do things in excess or not enough, and that's not good because my biology teacher always said, and I always loved when he said this, that everything should be taken in moderation because too much of anything is bad and too little of anything is bad. Like, too much exercise is bad for you because that's common sense. It's just not good to do too much exercise. You're going to exhaust yourself, and that's not good. But I mean, too little of anything is also not good, and yet we still don't value moderation as much as we should, or we have started to not value moderation as much as we should. I don't know, did people value moderation in the old days? I don't really know, I would think so. That's where I'm going to leave that, because I don't have much else to say on that matter. I have been on the internet for a very, very, very long time. I started actually going on the internet to talk to people in grade 5, which means I've been on the internet for about 8 or 9 years now, I think, and have had internet friends for just about as long. And so I've had a lot of practice with communicating with just text or whatever, text and emotes. And it's only been recently that I've ever actually started using video chats, and I'll get to that in a second. But I feel like I have a lot of experience with textual communication, and so I feel like I'm more experienced and a little better at communicating that way than others, but still in no way perfect because I do still make mistakes and judge differently than other people on what is actually being said, and there have been some slip-ups in the past, but nothing really major. But I mean, I feel like I'm better than some, and I feel like I'm being cocky now. Anywho, with my anywho's again. So I feel like I'm a bit better at that than others, but it does take a lot of practice, and I mean, everybody's different, so I mean, some people would say one thing and mean it differently than another person saying the exact same thing in the exact same way online. So it does take a little bit of practice, and I mean, with my friends that I've had for a very long time, simple slip-ups will automatically trigger a reaction that something's wrong. I mean, with one of my online friends that I've been friends with for so many years now, at least 7 years I would say, if I don't use my normal punctuation, or if something's a little bit off, she automatically knows that something's wrong, and she automatically knows what to say, and it's amazing, and it's kind of weird at the same time, that even just weird stuff like that I don't do purposefully, it's just like a automatic reaction where I'm feeling a certain mood, I type a different way, and she automatically picks up on that, and that's so awesome. With newer people, it's sort of a learning curve. You have to learn how different people communicate via text, and it is a little bit tricky, but you generally get a sense of it. I get a sense of it fairly quickly, I think. Although I feel like a lot of people don't understand me when I'm talking via text because I use way too many emotes. I should make a video about that on my main channel, the different emotes I use and what they mean and what they're supposed to look like and what they're supposed to do for the conversation, because a lot of people get so confused. Yeah, I should do that some other time. Anywho, so I feel like I have a lot of experience with that, and it does take a lot of practice, but then with video chatting, I am so unpracticed, and it does not come naturally to me at all. If you've ever video chatted with me, vocal or otherwise, you'll know that I don't actually talk much. Some of that is usually because there's people within earshot of me that can hear my conversation, which I'm sort of weirded out by, because my family doesn't entirely understand talking to people online, except my sister, and I just don't want her listening to my conversations at all. It's sort of weird for me. I mean, if you know me in real life and you're a friend, then you know that I don't talk all that much, which is not what comes across when I talk via text. I talk a lot. If there's just a wall of text there, I talk a lot, but if there's faces, I tend to step away a little bit, and I tend to be the listener, whereas other people talk at me, and I'm totally fine with that. It's just how I've grown up to learn how to communicate. That's terrible. But I am much less active in conversations, which I need to work on. But I mean, my close friends know that I am quite a talker. I do like to talk a lot, and that's where being able to make videos comes from, I would guess. So it's just weird. I'm very good at text communication, I think, but very bad at video communication, which is totally opposite from what you guys have said so far, which is probably a bad thing. Anywho, I'm going to end this because I feel like it's already too long, and I have to edit it before I go to my roasting hot barbecue. So I will see you guys later. Katie, I will see you tomorrow.